Okay, it is now 10 o'clock. It's 80 degrees out with the heat index. The Weather Channel says it feels like it's 85. And I just wanted to show you. There's the pumpkins, and you can see how now the flowers are closing up as the sun hits them, which is really weird, but hey, whatever. I learn as well along the way. And today I have a couple of different projects we're gonna do. One, we're gonna do the water barrel project, and we gotta leach some more water. And then the neighbor let me borrow her pool, so I'm gonna put it up in her yard. It needs to be scrubbed off and stuff, and then we're gonna fill it, and I gotta blow up the tubes or the sides or what have you. I don't really know, but these are some of the things that I want to try and get done today. So with that being said, we're gonna try and fight this heat because it's already pretty darn hot out. Thought about putting my umbrella up, but it's broke, so I have to fix it first. So what I'm gonna do is take this apart quick. Let me prop you up here so I can explain this to you. Oh, I got a mahogany wasp that's eating my umbrella. See him? Chewing away at the wood. So anyways, here's the parts. So what I'm going to do is this part I'm going to put on the whole of the barrel. And this came from the old original tan or orange water barrel. These are parts that I got that I think it was Home Depot I went to, and the guy told me this is how it's going to work the best to put a faucet in there. So that's what we did. So let me show you that, and then we're going to fill the bucket with, or the barrel I guess, with water and see if it actually works. So remember these little guys? Well, here's the hole. So I'm going to stick this grommet in the hole. Oh, you might not be able to see that. If I get you closer and can get you level here, I'll show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Alright, so I gotta squeeze this, sorry the angle is terrible, into this hole, which is a snug fit, which is exactly what we want. And I'm trying to do all this with a sprung thumb. Yes, I have a thumb that I sprung on my good hand. Okay, now we're going to shove this in that hole. If the barrel will not move. Sorry about the bad angle, guys. Here, maybe if I flip you around this way. No, now you're looking at the sky. Well, anyways, that's what we're doing, is we're going to shove this into that hole. Maybe if I screw it in. Yeah, it's too snug. Hang on. Let's see if we can't. I got it partially in there. But I'm going to go ahead and lay this bucket on its side so I can actually accomplish something here. So we'll sit on the bucket. Oh, I forgot this one will collapse on me. And kind of, you're not getting a good angle. Sorry if you guys are getting seasick here. Really. Push it down in there. Looks like it's snug now, so I'm just gonna turn the whole thing so that the faucet is on its side there. There's a side view, because I still got to be able to put the hose on here. So I got to put the hose on it so that I can drain it and utilize it for all the other stuff that I want to get done. I'm hoping that if this works, that it will actually be my tomato watering bucket. So, alright, there we go. Alright, there it is. There's the faucet. Okay, I'm hoping that this is going to make it so that it doesn't drip and draw bugs. So I'm going to set it up here, put it at this angle. There's the original water barrel. This is a 30-gallon bucket, this white barrel, that I got from a car wash place. And drilled a hole in and cut the top off. I do have the top. It is way over there in the side of the yard. So I'm going to fill this barrel and I'm going to fill this bucket, because this bucket is the one I'm going to use to leach the water to put in the original rain barrel, because I used all the water out of that the other day to water the tomatoes. So I got to get that done. Sun's already coming up and it's getting warm fast. But then over here in the side yard, where we've got all of the dirt and compost, and that's our back porch, I just pulled out her pool from the back 40. And now what I'm going to do is, there's the extension cord. Here's my air pump. I got it finagled. Hopefully this will work. And this needs to be scrubbed out. So I'm going to blow up the bottom tube and fill it with some water. Take a toilet brush, scrub it out real good and clean it. And go from there and make sure that it doesn't have any leaks or it's not dry rot or anything, so that it'll actually hold water and help us stay cool. As you can see, we are running out of shade already. So, and like I said, I sprung my thumb, last week? Almost a week and a half ago now. So, needless to say, there's a lot of things that thumb just won't do. Putting pressure on it is one of them. So, that's exactly what we're going to do today. I do have some new followers, and I want to say welcome. Thank you for joining my channel. For all of the people who have already been watching me and following me all this time, thank you. I truly appreciate all your support and your encouragement. And anybody who's local in the Eastern Tennessee area, you can always send me a message or message me on one of these videos if you're interested in coming out, checking out things, and possibly giving me a hand, because I could always use a hand. So I'm going to go ahead and get the hose drug out here to this bucket and this barrel, and then I'll go ahead and start filling them up while I wait for the neighbor to wake up before I start running that air pump to pump up that tube. So let me get this hose pulled out here and we'll get started on that. Alright guys, well, I got the water hose drug out, and as you can see above me, I was able to carefully open the umbrella, and it didn't poke another hole through the top there. I have to fix that part. You can see where the board is snapped, so I have to figure something out there. But I was able to get the umbrella up, so I do have a little bit of shade as sweat rolls down the back. Great! That's always nice. So I'm going to leave you here in the shade for a minute, and I'll go turn on the water and start filling up this bucket and this tote, and I'll be right back. Alright, got the hose on, and I'm filling up the bucket first, so that way I've got plenty of time for all the chemicals and the gases and everything in the city water to go ahead and start leaching out, so that way it's good to go, and I can put it in the water or the rain barrel, because the rain barrel is almost completely empty. And then once I'm done with this, then I'll fill this up, and hopefully this little spigot down here will not leak, and I will be able to let it leach for the day or maybe two, and then use that water to water the tomatoes. And then I will relocate this over here and start utilizing it, and I'm going to relocate this one to the backyard because the lid does not fit properly. So So I'm going to try and work on finding some way to seal that up and everything. Right now it's just the overfill for the rain barrel, so that way I don't lose any of the rain. So that's what we're doing right now. Like I said, it's already after 10 o'clock now since I've been doing this video, and it's extremely hot out. The humidity is terrible and I'm sweating, so we got a lot to do. And you know, I was talking to somebody yesterday and I told them, I said, I did not move all the way down here to Tennessee, eastern Tennessee, for the longer growing seasons to run and hide in the house in the extreme temperatures of the heat. So I'm going to just keep trying to do as much as I can and figure out ways and means to tolerate the heat, not get sick, and still get something done. Some of these videos you're going to be seeing a day or two late because I'm trying to record as many as I can when I can, because I'm sure that there are going to be a couple of days where there's no way in the world I'm going to be able to get out here. The weather says that we're going to be hitting 98 or 99 before the heat index, and that's within the next 3 days. So I'm just doing what I can. So I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying these videos and you're sharing them and learning from them. You know, part of the reason why I try to keep going as much as I do, and that's why I've labeled my channel as Relentless Growth, because I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying as much as I can. So, you know, be relentless, don't give up. So anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure that you like and subscribe as always. Remember, you are someone, you do matter. I love you, and we will see you on the next video. Probably the one about the pool, but we'll see how far I get. But thank you again for watching. Ciao now.